Hey, this is Stu Block with Ice to Earth, and you're listening to Info Music.
Let's start with the new album, Plagues of Babylon. Now, what's different on this album, and what can you tell me about the process of composing the songs?
Obviously the apparent things are different, like the artwork and the lyrics and everything like that.
Yes.
From the last album, it's got a bit of a concept on the first half of the album. The first 6 songs kind of touch on a zombie apocalypse kind of story, and then the last 6 songs sort of are standalone songs, and they all have individual themes. And it's a really great record. We're really proud of it. The artwork is amazing. It was done by Elron Cantor, and the inlay is beautiful. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be available for the fans, some box set stuff, some vinyl, all sorts of cool stuff. So check out the Ice to Earth Facebook page and check out all the fan packs and all the cool box set stuff that's going to come along with it in January.
The lyrics were the first, or the music, or how was the process of composing the songs?
Well, John Schaefer, he mostly composes the songs. He's basically pretty much the mastermind behind the music. I help out by I contribute lyrics and lyrical melodies and some cadences and stuff like that. But we write together. So I bounce ideas off of him, and we refine them and all that kind of stuff. So it was a great process. He had a really cool, great vision for this album, and it was fun. We had a really fun time doing it.
When will be the next single and the video?
Well, I think we just released Among the Living Dead.
Yes.
It's available again on the Facebook page or somewhere you can get a hold of it. And the new video, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure when a video will be released. I can't really answer that question.
Okay. Now, how is life during the touring? How do you deal with the other members? What are the fun stuff? How is life with the tiredness?
Oh, it's great. I mean, we're all road dogs, man. And we know what it's like to be on the road. We know what it's like to be away from our loved ones and stuff. And we interact really awesome. We're all brothers, man. We interact really well with each other. We all respect each other, and we all have a common goal, just to go out there and kick ass and put out the great music, the best music we can, and put a great show out there for the fans. And touring isn't for everybody, but this life definitely, when you're in a band, it weeds out who can actually handle it and who can't, and I think we got a group of guys that can really handle it and be out here for if it takes 3 months, 4 months on end. So it's a great thing when you got good people, especially beside you, that are of the same like-mindedness and the same work ethic, and people that you can lean on and talk to about stuff. We're all family to each other, so we really appreciate each other's time, and we all respect each other. So we love to talk to each other and help each other through the good times and the bad. Because we're spending a lot of time with each other. So it's a brotherhood.
That's very nice. Now, is it difficult to start a family and to have a family in these conditions? For some people it is. I know guys that do it. It is a difficult thing. You got to make sure that you have the right people that you're going to start a family with. And I'm married, and I'm very happily married. And we don't have any children. We've got 3 furry children, but that's about it. I understand.
We don't have any actual children yet. But I don't know. It all depends on your situation. I really can't answer that because I'm not a family man when it comes down to having kids and being married. But I am married, and as I said, it's going great. And I look forward to her being able to come out on the road maybe a little bit, and I look forward to always coming home and seeing her. But I also miss the road too. So it's
yes,
great relationship, but I can't speak for anybody else.
Of course. Now, let's talk about your early years in music. How did it all begin?
Oh wow! Like how early?
The first steps in your in music for you.
For me, music has always been around my house. You know, I used to go on when I was a young kid. You know, whenever I was in my car, my parents used to always have like Genesis, Phil Collins, Beatles, ABBA, classical music playing in the car and stuff like that, and you know, a little bit of rock and roll and stuff, and always had the radio blasting. So, and at home, you know, we always had music around us basically. And then I joined. My sister joined a church choir. Then I joined a church choir, and we were going to church for a while there. And then I ended up getting involved in more school musical activities and stuff. And it just really spawned from there. You know. I got involved with the local music scene, and then got involved with, you know, being in a band here and there locally, and then you know, started getting in bands in heavy metal and writing our own stuff, and just played local scenes, and yeah, it just kind of just spawned from there. And I was always influenced by my favorite, you know, by my favorite people and stuff, and so that's where I kind of you know, tried to base a foundation from, because, you know, your influences always come out, and you know, just basically touring in bands and all around Canada, and then moving up and up and up, and now here I am in Neister.
Yes, who are your favorite people?
Well, I'm a fan of a lot of the old schoolers and stuff like that. You know, I'm a huge. I mean, of course, like the obvious guys like Rob Halford, Bruce Dickinson.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but Bobby from Overkill, he was killer front guy and stuff, and you know, there's, you know, like there's a lot of local artists that I grew up with, you know, that weren't huge famous, but they always I sort of idolized them and stuff, and you know, I always sort of tried to be my own person also, and be my own person, you know, but there's always sort of that stuff, you know, but yeah. You know, as long as there was like the front guy, and as long as the band was energetic and really happy on stage, or like really emitting the mood of the band,
yeah.
and get into it. If it came from a real place, a real human place, and that's sort of what I'm a fan of, you know.
Now, do you remember your first concert you've been to?
First concert?
And at what age?
Well, geez, my first rock and roll or heavy metal concert, or just my first concert ever?
Just your first concert ever.
Well, then I guess it would have had to been my parents took me to this thing called the Suspenders, and it was like a barbershop quartet group. And,
cool.
They were like, they did like old 60s songs and stuff like that, and then I don't know. Then I went to like my first exposure to like heavier music was Lollapalooza.
Oh.
And had this thing called Lollapalooza.
Yes, we know it.
And there was like a traveling thing, so it had like Red Hot Chili Peppers and all that kind of stuff, and Green Day and all those bands and stuff like that. So I got exposed to that stuff. So, you know, I started getting into more heavier and heavier stuff, and you know, and then eventually started going to heavy metal shows and rock shows. You know, if Skid Row was in town, or if you know, Iron Maiden, or you know, Priest, or Queens, or you know, Rush, or any of those guys were in town, I'd always go and try and check out a show and stuff. You know.
Cool. Now, well, what's the last album you've bought?
What's the last? Actually, bought two Mumford and Sons.
Oh.
Yeah, I bought both of their albums recently.
And what do you think about?
I love them. I love that band. It's amazing. I love their vocal harmonies. I love the musicianship. I love the lyrics. I love that folky stuff. I'm not just into heavy metal. You know, I love all sorts of different styles of music.
Yes, of course.
So I'm super into it. It's killer.
Now, in your spare time, despite interviews like this and other media stuff, what do you like to do?
Well, I mean, on the off time, we're usually either rehearsing or practicing for the next tour, or I like to spend time with my family. You know, help my wife around the house and do whatever I can to live sort of normally while I am home, and then get back to the craziness of the road.
Speaking about family and helping your wife, what is your favorite meal?
My favorite meal? Wow. I think I like anything sort of basic, but like if it's gonna be a healthy meal.
Yes.
One of my favorite dishes is a nice slow roasted chicken with the steamed green vegetables with chopped garlic on the vegetables.
Yeah.
And I don't know, and then maybe like a quinoa on the side, a little bit of quinoa. Yeah. That's all.
Now, you've traveled a lot with the band. Do you have a favorite place?
Do I have a favorite place?
Well, like a country or a town or a place where you were really impressed by the public and you really felt very, very well and you would like to return? Or maybe a place that you've enjoyed the view and the people, not just the concert?
Well, I mean, I've always loved going to Amsterdam. That's one thing.
Okay.
I've always loved going
there.
but other than that, I've always loved going to Greece because the fans are really good to us there. Greece and Cyprus was really good. There's I mean, just the Iced Earth fans everywhere are really, really killer. And it's tough to pinpoint who's better than, because no one is actually better than.
Yes, of course.
I mean, even Romania is amazing. I love going to Romania. Food there is great, and the people have been awesome to us. So, there's a lot of great places. I can't really pinpoint it, but those are just a few. But more Amsterdam for selfish reasons.
I understand. Now, you're Canadian, right? And then you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what are the main differences between the music scene in Canada and the one in America?
Well, there's actually, I would have to say, not a huge difference because we're so influenced by America's media that basically we're all the same. But some of the differences are in music. Is that a lot of our artists go over to the United States and they make their careers over there.
I understand this.
Canada's a tougher place to tour. It's a bigger place, but it's longer drives. It's still fun to tour here, and the crowds are always great. I love touring Canada, but it is a little tougher. But there's not a huge difference now. There's not a very huge one.
Something about the music industry or why people choose to go to America and promote themselves there?
There's more people, more money out there. Yeah. See, Canada only has about 35 million people total in the whole country.
Yes.
Whereas America has 300 million people, so over 300, I'm sure, by now. So,
Thank you very much for the interview.
Okay, thank you.
And at the end, a message for the fans in Romania?
Oh, we just can't wait to get out there and play for you guys. Come on out to the show, and if you want to check out more stuff that's going on, go to the Iced Earth Facebook page and give it a like. And this album comes out beginning of January, or beginning mid-January. And a lot of great packages available for you guys. And like I said, we love Romania. Can't wait to come back out there.